Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys a complete guide with the new crash test challenge coming into the game tomorrow. So it will be 9 wins in total. So before we jump into the video, make sure you're using the create code in the shop. That'd be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, guys, so jumping into the first map, we have high score, which is going to be a new map with the new bumper tiles. One thing I forgot to mention in the intro is that you will win a special spray for getting the 9 wins. So I'll put that on screen now for you guys, and all the maps will be Brawl maps with the bumper tiles, if you didn't already kind of guess from the challenge theme. So starting off with the first map, we have high scores. So there's 3 mids in particular that are going to be dominating for the most part in Brawl right now. So that's going to be Eve, Bo, and Byron. So Bo, of course, going to be really strong. I feel like in these type of maps, you do need a type of wall breaker. So Bo is one of those good options where he can definitely hold his own in the middle. You can even play him as a lane if you wanted to, but I thought I'd try out a Bo in the middle, and it seemed really good, especially with the Squeak combined. It's just so much area denial with the Bo mines, with a Squeak constantly using his gadget, his super, etc. It can be a really toxic combination. But for the most part, Eve is going to be the best mid just because of how strong she still is in the meta. Her second star power is still incredibly broken, and it's just so frustrating facing off against the Eve, just constantly spawning her hatchlings over and over again with her star power, with her super, with her gadget, etc. Eve is just super strong. And then for the third brawler, I had Ruffs in my combination. You'll probably see a Ruffs a lot throughout this challenge because he's just so good because of the maps have a lot of walls. Obviously his main attack can shoot around walls, but not only that, his super can break open the walls. And again, the walls in the middle can really prevent you from getting some good trick shots. So using some bow mines, using a rough super to break open those walls can be so strong. His gadget is really good, and just again giving you upgrades to your teammates is always going to be super strong. Some other options, we've got the likes of Surge. So Surge always going to be OP on Brawl, except for the really long range maps, just because of his new mechanics, especially with his super being able to jump over walls and just create a lot of goal scoring opportunities. Surge can be really strong. The likes of Ashe as well. Ashe a little bit underrated in terms of just a casual meta, but Ashe can be so strong, especially a good Ashe if he's able to cycle his super really well, keep that rage, and just constantly stay behind walls and keep the pressure. Ashe can be really hard to stop. And then I've got the likes of Spike and Gale as well. Spike falling off a little bit in the meta because of his recent gadget nerf, but can always just be one of those solid picks which if you're unsure on what to go, you can just comfort pick him because this is the first set. Should be pretty easy. So that's going to be set number 1. Let's hop into set number 2. Alright guys, so next up for set number 2, we have Extra Bouncy. So I believe this map wasn't too long ago out in the rotation for Brawl, and it was a really fun map. So again, the same 3 mids I'm going to be repeating inside of this one. We've got the likes of Eve, Bo, and Byron. I feel like Eve is the number 1 pick on this map, just especially because of how strong she is overall. It's again, the nerfs really didn't do too much to her. She's still really dominating in terms of the Brawl Stars meta right now. Again, I've got the likes of Ruffs. I feel like a Ruffs or Rico is needed. You can actually go with both because of how his map is made. I feel like it's just completely made for the likes of Ruffs and Rico. I went for Ruffs over Rico just because, again, that wall break, that wall is just so annoying in the middle of the goal. Being able to break open at least a little bit of that middle wall is going to allow you to just create so many better goal scoring opportunities. You definitely need at least 1 wall breaker for this map. It's just so frustrating trying to score. You can at least get these guys in a bit of a spawn trap if you don't have a wall breaker. Again, with the likes of Ruffs and Rico, you can easily keep them pinned back into spawn, but it's just, again, so much easier if you have a wall breaker. So other lanes to mention as well, the likes of Squeak, always going to be super strong with his gadget. Did receive a nerf recently, but it's still super OP. 10 seconds is such a long time for a slow effect to last. So yeah, that Squeak gadget just going to be completely broken. Likes of Fang can still be pretty strong. I won't really say he's like the most broken brawler right now, but a good Fang can definitely pop off. Might be a little bit harder if you don't have a wall breaker because Fang needs a lot of open space with his super to just bounce off enemies and get a lot of value. So got to be a little bit careful of that one. And then the likes of, again, Ashe, Spike, the same old. Gale can be pretty strong. Sandy is a good comfort brawler, but the likes of those brawlers that can shoot around walls are going to be super strong. So that's going to be set number 2. Let's hop into set number 3. Alright guys, so jumping into set number 3, we have Ping Pong. So I believe this map actually isn't out in the normal rotation. I believe it's only out in friendly rooms. So yeah, pretty crazy map, as you can see on the screen. It's really good fun, especially with just literally a bumper tile literally everywhere you go. So that's of course going to cater again to the likes of Rico and Ruff. So it's kind of weird because these brawlers are strong in the meta. Ruff's definitely strong. Rico only good on the maps with walls, but especially on these bumper tile maps, there's just so many walls to bounce around. So Ruff's Rico can be absolutely OP on these maps. And then I actually went for the likes of Gale, only because Gale can be really strong with his stun style power. You know, there's a lot of bumper tiles, so getting a stun is going to be super easy on this map. And then you've got his gadget, which will easily block a lane off and can easily block your goal off as well. So the same old with this challenge again. You need to have a wall breaker. Just look at that middle wall in front of a goal. It's just so annoying. A Ruff super can easily break that open. It's like a 1 in 2 with Ruff. So again, I just feel like you need a Ruffs inside this combination. You guys are probably bored of it already. Again, the likes of Bo going to be super strong. It can be a little bit hard to hit his shots at all points on this map, but once you have the bow mines to open up the map a little bit, it's going to be a lot easier to land your shots with Bo. And then the likes of Squeak can be super easy because you can pretty much stick your attack onto the bumper. If someone is hiding behind it, it's going to be easy for Squeak to actually deal damage to the enemies. Likes of Ash, you know, tanky brawlers can be somewhat decent on this game mode. Well, on this map in particular, just because again a lot of walls. So the likes of Ash can be pretty easy because you can hide behind the walls, get those little sneak shots in, build it up your super. You can push them back pretty easily if they haven't got some type of tank counter. That's why I really recommend the likes of Gale as well, because he can easily stop like 3 tanks if need be. And that's why I've also recommended the likes of Ems, because there's a lot of walls to hide behind. She's got her gadget which can allow her to push back enemies and deal even more damage. Her super can be really toxic on this map. Basically, just a lot of brawlers that are good behind cover can just be insane on this type of map. It's a lot harder to score than you think on this map as well, so be prepared for that one. Really threw me off like how hard it actually is to get the ball past some enemies. You know, the likes of like Mortars I thought could be pretty strong on this map to begin with, because obviously it's got high mobility, but I don't think you really need mobility too much on this type of map. Just go for brawlers that are really good at punishing enemies, good at hiding behind walls, and you should be good to go. So that is going to be set number 3. Alright guys, it's going to be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this one. A little bit of a hard challenge to actually make a guide on, just because of that ping pong map. It's just absolutely insane, really fun to play. 9 wins. It should be pretty easy for you guys to collect the spray, but at least we're doing some type of like fun challenges, which I really do enjoy when it comes to Brawl Stars. You've seen the last one with the April Fool's challenge. It did really well across YouTube. Everyone seemed to love it, so really happy to see that Brawl Stars actually take some suggestions off of us. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.